this one has to do with San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick. So he's been making a lot of noise because of his protest of the national anthem of America. So basically, he has decided to not stand during the proceedings of the national flag for America. And basically, a former NFL player in Ray Lewis decided that he wanted to chime in on it. Pardon me. And he basically stated, and I'm just paraphrasing here, but he basically stated that it's the wrong move to make. It's the right message, but it's the wrong move to make. And for me, personally, I find that a bit contradictory coming from a Ray Lewis, because this is someone who was once charged for murder, basically. Right. So, yes, you do have your freedom of speech. You have the right to disagree with that opinion, but it's almost like you're pointing with dirty fingers if you're in the situation of a Ray Lewis. So, based on all that, what's your take on that?
Well, on Ray Lewis, like, everyone's kind of hypocritical. Sometimes you want to give advice that you don't actually take yourself. Mm-hmm. And, there's nothing, I don't feel like there's anything too wrong with that. It's like, as long as, like, when you're spitting this advice you're trying to give, you kind of take some for yourself. Yeah. But not standing for the national anthem, I mean, that's if they feel like that's their morals, that's fine. I mean, I don't always stand for the Canadian national anthem. I love being Canadian, but like, exactly. And I think, like, did he say what the reason was why he wasn't
standing for the national anthem? Yeah, and this is the best thing about it, because it's not like he just did it and didn't explain himself. Yeah. He explained himself in the most eloquent way possible. Yeah. He basically stated that he doesn't want to stand for a flag that represents so much injustice when it comes to the treatment of black people in America at the hands of law enforcement. Right. And he specifically stated that it has nothing to do with any military personnel or any veterans that sacrificed their lives and livelihood for the sake of the country. He said that he's proud of the work that they do, but it's not about that. It's about the injustices that happen towards minorities at the hands of police officers, and how police officers are getting paid leave for killing people. So he's basically saying if once he starts seeing a change in all of that, then maybe he'll decide to stand up for the flag again. Yeah. But he's coming on. He's getting so much flack for it. Yeah. It's so. Oh, lots of people. It's so divided by fans, critics, NFL people. There's actually one person from ESPN who interviewed 7 executives from the NFL, and they all said that they would not but they wouldn't sign Kaepernick to a contract just because of the statements alone. Never mind the fact that this guy went to the Super Bowl 2 years ago, and he's like one of the more talked about quarterbacks in the league or whatever.
It's politics.
It's politics. It's all it is. Yeah. It's all it is.
Because that shouldn't matter. That shouldn't like affect you signing or whatever just because they don't want to like.
That's a conflict of interest if you're letting that affect your views.
Exactly. I'm not going to say words that I don't feel like apply to me. Mm-hmm. Like if he feels that the land of the free. And you don't feel free. You feel like you leave your house and you feel like you gotta act a certain way. Yeah. You gotta dress a certain way in order to like just walk down the street and grab like a box of crackers or whatever. Yeah. You gotta protect yourself, and your parents have to worry about you just going down the street. Mm-hmm. It doesn't make any sense to be saying words every day or every game that you don't feel apply to you. It doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. Yeah. And a lot of these people who disagree with them, they don't understand the fact that as a minority, especially a black person in America, you can walk out of your house and get choked out and killed for selling loose leaf cigarettes. Exactly. But they wouldn't understand that because they never had that type of hard trial done onto them. It goes over their heads because they don't know that struggle. Yeah. But hey, what do we know? That's none of our business. Just a tea to that real quick, if you know what I mean. But yeah, that's definitely just a taste of the criticism that he's gotten. But the ironic thing about it is that a lot of people are kind of using that veteran excuse. So it's like, oh, the veterans this, the veterans that. Yeah. But there have been veterans who have spoken out on their support of Kaepernick. So it's like, now what?
Yeah, it's like the flag doesn't represent
people supporting him.
Exactly. There's a hashtag out right now. Yeah. And it's funny, he's saying how America
he's
needs...
getting more support because of the negativity.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's funny that, he's basically saying that America needs to improve. You have Donald Trump saying that America needs to improve, and he has a legion of supporters behind him. We're talking about a guy who could become the next president of the United States in a matter of months. But we're all mad at Kaepernick. But once again, that's none of our business. None of it.
Donald Trump. We're not even going to talk about it.
We're not, because we don't have enough time. Nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, what do y'all think? Hit me up on Twitter at DM_cool or cool_radio and let me know your thoughts. Cool.